Dear friends, good evening to you all. Today, a very interesting topic we are dealing, and which is generally a confusing topic, a section. I request all of you to listen to this carefully. And this particular video, I will also be explaining in Hindi. So, enjoy the video. Friends, in this video, we are dealing with two issues. One is the powers of inspectors, and then section 22 and 22A. You may be surprised how come we are jumping from powers of inspectors to section 22. Both are linked. You will understand it just now after listening to this video. Friends, a chief inspector is appointed through notification by central government. It is through gazette. You know gazette, official gazette. And a person cannot be appointed as any regional inspector or inspector if he has got some rights in a mine or some interests in the mine. Interest matlab maybe he has got some shares in the mine, or he himself has got a mine, something like that. Third important point, I am only dealing with important points in that. A district magistrate can exercise powers, however cannot exercise powers under section 22 and 22A. What does it mean? Say, in your area some accident happens, a very big accident, grave accident, where people have to come into action, maybe all ambulances, doctors, emergency, everything. In such conditions, when the inspector or other people have not yet reached, the district magistrate has got powers of inspector. He can order for closure of the mine, or he can order any other thing about the mine, but he cannot exercise the powers under section 22 and 22A. Now I will not tell you what exactly it is, but you try to remember 22 and 22A. District magistrate cannot exercise the powers under those sections. This is very important to remember. Now, inspector can authorize a regional inspector or maybe another inspector, type of inspector like an electrical inspector or an inspector connected with machinery or any other inspector on his behalf. Say in some case the chief inspector is supposed to do the inspection, or he is supposed to do some inquiry. He can authorize. If you are an inspector of electrical, he can say, hello, you please go there and do the inquiry on my behalf and you tell me the findings. He can do that. But he cannot, remember, he cannot authorize any inspector for attending on his behalf against the appeals. What are those appeals? Again, I am keeping it pending to the next slide. So, two things are pending to make you clear. One is section 22 and 22A, and also what are those appeals against which a chief inspector cannot authorize other people to attend. Okay? Some more powers of inspectors and chief inspectors. They can inspect either in the day or night. In case he comes to your mine, you cannot say, sir, please don't come, this is night. You cannot say anything. No, you can't say that. He can inspect it. And one important thing is, the chief inspector or inspector, when they inspect, they cannot impede the workings. Like, sometimes they may ask, no, you please stop entire mine. I want to see that. No, he cannot do that. Only thing, he has to go directly to the place or some area of where he has got interest to inspect because of some apprehended danger. So he cannot impede to work, and he has to respect the state and conditions of the mine. What does it mean? Let us say there is an underground mine where there are very heavy roof falls, where he wants to inspect in the night. Say maybe in nights actually some accidents are taking place because of that roof fall. He cannot say, no, I am inspector, don't worry about damn roof falls, I am going there, please open that fencing, I want to see that. Is this inundated area? Have you sealed it? Don't worry, I want to check it, please open that. He cannot do that. He has to respect the state and conditions of the mine. And he cannot compel a person to make a statement tending to incriminate himself. Like, I will explain you in this. You will see in most of the movies, like hero or generally middle-aged heroine will be shouting at the criminal, तुम ही ये गलती किया, बताओ, तुम ही बताओ, हमको मालूम है तुम ही किया, दे बोल दो, no, you have done it. That is known as incriminating or tending to incriminate somebody. वो आदमी, because it is a movie, as the producer says, he will agree or doesn't agree, that is different. But here, your inspector or regional inspector cannot force or incriminate a person telling that बताओ तू ही गलती किया ना. No, he cannot do that. He can always take statement and record whatever he says. One more power is chief inspectors can, I am talking about only some important points. There are a lot of points, okay? He can authorize, inspector or chief inspector can authorize any government official. Like a government official can be from Survey of India or Directorate of Mines and Geology or maybe State Health Department or anybody can authorize them after communicating to the department for taking some measurement. Like Dhanbad से या कहीं से your inspector साहब cannot go with all his तंबू पूरे डब्बा ढोलक लेके जा नहीं सकते ना. He can always authorize somebody to do that inspection, but he should give 3 days notice to the mines manager or the owner. That is for measuring or doing some quantity measurements, all those things. But if it is an emergency, he need not give 3 days notice. समझ जाइए, there is a very urgent need of measuring what is the distance of a big stream that is inundating the mine slowly. He cannot say, dear sir, shall I come after 3 days? You are hereby requested to advise to follow all this. No, it cannot be done. He can directly go and do the measurement without notice under the case of emergency. He can authorize some officer for operational health survey. No. What is this basic DA, etc.? Say the inspector calls a person for gawai, like gawai means what do you say, proof, some word, or witness, or maybe a person who has been associated with that, or maybe some senior employee whose experience is important in that case. Even if he attends for a long time, that man has to be paid his basic DA. In some mines, in old mines, the law is old. That's why they are writing all these things like food grains. Still, there are some mines who give food grains, like Sandur, iron ore, and manganese mine. When I was working there at Bailadilla, they were also giving the ration every week or every month. Now I don't know. People, if you are listening, you can put me a message, sir, they are not giving or still continuing to give. There is one mine I know. There may be other mines also. Some people in chromite mines, Sukinda, they were giving gas cylinders. That must be the facility, local facility. So all those facilities should be given to him also, but he cannot ask, please give me coal. In some coal mines they give some free coal. Nowadays they are giving or no, I don't know. Because the law is old, they have told you cannot ask for coal, kerosene, like children education allowance, free housing, all that. Because you know why the law, DGMS is particular in writing all these things is, हिंदुस्तानी लोग बहुत किचकिच वाले रहते हैं. मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंट लॉयर्स आर इंडियंस, बिकॉज वो अंडों के ऊपर से बाल निकाल सकते. अनफॉर्चुनेटली द मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंट पीपल ऑफ इंडिया आर either very top scientists in the world, or they are the very big people in Microsoft, or they are the biggest criminal lawyers, or they are the biggest criminals. Very intelligent people. That's why to protect themselves or the law or the country, all this kerosene, all this is needed. One man, I don't name, told there are so many loopholes in the Indian law, and that man, he died, he is no more. Charles Sobrach. He says, I have done lot of crimes, but nobody could prove it. So this is anyway away from the topic, only for the people who are listening I am telling. So this basic DA, kerosene, food grains, children allowance, all that, don't take them seriously. Nobody is giving now. It is only for the foundation and the protection from the law. Okay? Next. Sometimes on a OHS survey, a person may be found unfit. Okay? Unfit, unemployed. That time, some alternate employment, what he can do. समझ लीजिए, he has got some spinal injury. You cannot ask him, all these days you are working in loading section, now you go to that section for lifting the material. He will die early. You are only ensuring that he will die early. You have to give him some job depending on his disability, what best he can do. If there is no job that he can do, the owners have to provide him compensation, whatever compensation, disability compensation. They have to, I think, allowance, disability allowance they call, not compensation, allowance, as long as he is with them. If the employee says, "Nahi sahab, I want to leave, please settle my pay." So, as per rules, whatever he gets, he has to be paid. Okay? Now, the this is, I think, this by mistake this has come. That is not there. It is in the from previous lesson. Now, chief inspector or inspector cannot disclose the confidential information of a mine after doing inquiry. If it is done, he can be imprisoned, extending up to 1 year, and fine. So, both these things are possible, but disclosure, if it is a must, it can be done. Think that in your mine there is some problem of inundation, where the next mine also may be affected. The inquiry has been done, you cannot keep it secret. You cannot keep it secret and sink other fellow also. So, under such conditions, the secrecy is not required. Otherwise, you can do that. Okay, you have to maintain confidentiality. Now, friends, coming to section 22 and 22A, very interesting sections. What is that? Now, let us say there are two words you need to understand, not expressly provided in the exist and expressly provided in the exist. Exist means existing law. Now, let us say, let me discuss about section 22. Is there any law, just for fun sake, to make you understand clearly, telling that you cannot go to mines with underwear and banyan? Is there any circular? No. But there is a circular, you cannot go with loose clothing. Or you have to arrange your clothing in such a way that you do not get entrapped in the moving machinery. Is there any law saying that you should always wear a shirt and go? No. But this is only an example I am giving. For example, let us take, there is a mine, some mine, where in between there is a small nala, not covered under lease area, or maybe partly in lease area. Is there any law saying that whenever there is a nala, what should be the width of the bridge you have? If there are trucks and other things plying on that, okay, fine. But people are walking and coming on motorcycles or cycles or something, walking, something like that. Let us say it is very narrow. Some accidents are taking place. This is only an example. It is very difficult to find something because law is so wide. It covers almost everything. But there are some cases. Let us say it is a funny case. Every day you are meeting with an accident. There is no description of a situation in the law, but it is important to see that that work is not done. Tomorrow, if you ask, please remove that bridge and put 10 meters bridge, such that people can walk nicely and keep all fencing nicely. A manager cannot say, sir, it is not given in law. How you are asking me? But the section 22 gives powers to the inspector to instruct and suggest remedial measures and also book under contravention for the situation, unsafe condition, where there is no clear provision in the law, that is under section 22. Is it clear? Section 22A, both simple. Whatever is provided in the law, if you do not follow, इंस्पेक्टर साहब आके फॉर्म 6 लिख देगा, he will do it. That is under section 22A. So friends, now I will go back to the district magistrates. This one, district magistrate cannot exercise his powers under section 22 and 22A. Means he cannot come to mines and say, look gentlemen, the benches are very high, please stop the mine. The district magistrate cannot do that. So these are the things. Now under section 22, if inspector gives a notice to owner, agent and manager, dear sir, please stop this district because such and such thing, though it is not provided in the law, I feel it is dangerous, please correct it. The owner, agent or manager can appeal against that order. Owner, agent or manager can appeal against that order. To whom should they appeal? If regional inspector issues that order, they can appeal against that order to chief inspector. If chief inspector gives such order, they can appeal against his order to central government. Okay, now what is the procedure? If regional inspector gives an order and you give an appeal, like समझ जाइए, you want to give a complaint on your restaurant manager, will you give it to a foreman? No, you will give it to your manager. अगर आप manager खुद कुछ you are dissatisfied with him, you will give it to some director or somebody whomsoever is there in the hierarchy. In the same manner, against regional inspector's order, you will give it to chief inspector. Chief inspector साहब, he can either confirm it, confirm मतलब नहीं नहीं my regional inspector is correct, please do that. Nonsense, don't do that. Do it. Or he can say अरे अरे कैसा दे दिया भाई, it is wrong. Okay, I am cancelling the order. Now, if it is against chief inspector, it will be given within 10 days. If it is against the chief inspector, within 10 days, it should be written to central government. And central government will refer it to the committee. Which committee? You remember the 2 lessons before I explained you about section 12 committee. So within 2 months generally it will be done. But most important is you have to comply with whatever they say under section 22 and 22A, irrespective of whether you are appealing against it or not. You cannot say, sir, आप बोल दिए इधर दीवार बनाने के लिए, you asked me to construct a wall. Sorry, I can't do that. I am appealing against you. Against your order to central government, please wait. No, he cannot do that. He has to complete the work. Friends, I think this is about section 22 and 22A. And thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to this. And some people, only 1 more minute I will take, have called me and asked, sir, there are some doubts. And some people have asked me over cell phone and I could clarify them. And if you have any doubts, please post them in the WhatsApp. It will be more convenient for me. Not that I am a very busy man, I have a lot of other works. You may like your pollution control board, and I also teach gate mining to some students. So please bear with me, and thank you very much. Read well.